Hi everyone and welcome back to another crafting day for TeckWrapCraft. I'm Hannah from Crafted in the Valley and today we're going to be testing out TeckWrap's printable sticker vinyl and their laminating sheets. So they very nicely sent me these ones to try out. I've not used them before, so I'm really excited to see how they turn out. We're going to be making some stickers and I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank printer, which I know a lot of other crafters do have, or any other printer will work fine also. So yeah, let's get crafting. The really cool thing about the TeckWrap printable vinyl and the laminate sheets is that they come in these cardboard envelopes. This is to keep them nice and flat, which is really good for storage as well. So I really like that about them. Now this is the printable vinyl sheet. You can see the shiny side here, that's actually the backing. The matte side over this way is actually the side that you're going to be printing on. And the finish actually is really quite nice. And these are the laminate sheets. Now, I didn't know what to expect when I opened these ones, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. There's two of each different design, so it's not just one plain laminate sheet. There's actually quite a few different ones that you can choose from. There's like a plain one as well, of course, and then there's butterflies, shimmery ones like a geo design, and the hearts, which is really cool. So I like that there's a bit of a selection in there, and they do say to try and keep them flat. Mine are a little bit folded, but that's okay because I'm going to store them in the envelope anyway. For today's project, I think I'm going to go with the hearts. I kind of go with the theme for the stickers that I've got organised. So let's go on to Cricut Design Space now. I've got my stickers selected. These ones I just found on Design Space. I just tweaked the colours a little bit so they all fit the same aesthetic. Now this is your print then cut screen. So the black bits in the corners are the guides that your machine is actually going to seek out so it knows exactly where to cut. So your design has to fit within those sort of black guidelines there, which is good. You know, I've got that all sorted. Over to my print screen here, and I'm printing them just on my EcoTank printer, which a lot of crafters have. If not, just a normal inkjet printer will be fine as well. So we'll get those all printed off, ready to go. Now, what I really like about this as well, the laminate sheets and the printable vinyl are the same size, that A4. However, those black lines there, I don't want the sensor on my Cricut to have any trouble reading the lines. So what I'm actually going to do is take a pencil and actually cut down, so trim down my laminate sheet so it fits within those black guidelines. Now, it might not be a problem. I'm sure some people do it, you know, with just putting the laminate sheet right over the top, and it's perfectly fine. But this is the first time I'm actually attempting this, so I want to make sure it works well. So I'm going to cut down my laminate sheet so that it fits comfortably within those black guidelines. And I think I've got it right now. Let's just place it back over to make sure it's going to fit. And that looks like it's going to fit perfectly there. So now we need to get the laminate sheet put on top of the printable vinyl. So I'm going to use my TeckWrap squeegee here to flatten down the laminate on top of my sticker sheet. Something wider would probably be good as well. I have seen some people use like a ruler technique to do so, but I'm just going to use my normal squeegee today. And as I was actually peeling off the laminate sheet from its backing, I was actually really surprised at how thin it was. I think I was expecting more of like a vinyl sort of thickness, but it's actually very thin. But that is exactly what you need with a laminate sheet on top of stickers. You don't want it to be so thick that it might run the risk of peeling away from the top of your sticker paper. So yeah, I thought that was actually, you know, really nice. So we'll get that all flattened down on top of my sticker paper here. And because I've not done this technique before, I did just take my time quite a bit and just very gradually squeegee it over the top of the printable vinyl. You could try peeling the whole sheet off, placing it over the top, but being that it is actually quite thin as well, you might run the risk of more air bubbles underneath the laminate sheet doing it that way. Whereas at least this way you can quite easily flatten it all down as you go. Towards the end, you know, it's really easy. Do another sort of last final squeegee over the top to make sure it's nice and flat, and then we're ready for cutting. Look how nice that looks in the light with it shimmering. I'm glad I went with the hearts with this design. I think it's really cute. Let's get it on the mat now. So I'm going to use my TeckWrap standard green mat. Normally for any paper products you would use your light grip mat, but my green one is a little bit worse for wear and has lost a little bit of stick. So I think it's going to be fine for this project anyway. So we'll get that all flattened on there ready to go and get that in the machine for cutting. My base material is set to printable sticker paper in white with more pressure. So we'll get that cutting in the machine. I generally actually always check my blade before cutting anything new, just to make sure there's nothing stuck on it from a previous cut. So we'll get that cutting in my machine, in my Cricut Maker 3. Now I did actually cut this 3 times in the end, because I wanted to try and get it to cut all the way through so that when I peeled off the outside like this, they all stuck to the mat and not the paper, although one of them didn't quite cut through on the corner there, but that's okay. Otherwise, yeah, they did actually cut through quite well. One cut would have only cut it on the first layer, and then it would have been kept off as one big sheet, but I wanted them as separate stickers, and it actually worked out really nicely. So I'll get them off of my mat now. You can use a variety of different methods to get them off of your mat. These ones came off quite easily, so that's all good, and I'm really happy with how they turned out in the end. I love the color scheme. I love the holographic laminate on the top as well. Catches the light beautifully and goes with the general aesthetic really nicely. So there you go. I've really enjoyed using the TeckWrap printable vinyl and their laminate sheets today. I hope you've liked my video. See you next time.